Okay. Peekaboo. Whew. Hold on, I'm already sweating, but humid out here. I'm gonna feed these chickens real quick. I guess threw them some grass, but I'm gonna throw them some grains too. Hey, some grains, Tractor Supply. Just some scratch and some layer feed. It's humid out here. Anyway. So I'm gonna get a little ornery here. Anyway, here's my wonderful genetically modified whatever the heck it is breakfast that my mom got me. So you gonna fight over it? You gonna fight over it? I wouldn't do it, but she buys it, so there you go. So I think nice processed cheese on there. You know, I was now just listening to David the Good, and I'll tell you right now, David, I think my machetes are better than yours. No, I went and got I got this one. This is my new one. I had to sand these edges down. It had absolutely no edges on it, but so I did that. Testing it out. I haven't really done a lot. I'm not no David the Good, but I'm trying to use them as garden tools. So far, I've realized there's a couple of good purposes in both of those. So look at that. You fell down on me. Why'd you do that? What are you doing down there? Huh? You want to hang out up here with me? You're tired looking at my crazy hair? I'll tell you right now, though. You say you don't like my squiggly pathways, raised beds. I dare you. No. I got what I got because it's what I got. That's how I made my garden. That's how I tried to experiment with my garden. And to change it and fix it, it's just a pain. I'm in Missouri though, and I think here you can get a little bit of everything to work for you. So that's what I'd say to do. A little bit of a regular garden areas, the garden rows. My paper bags are all in the mud. A lot of mud, wet mud, water everywhere down. Water everywhere. The tree just fell down at the fence line into the neighbor's yard. It's on their side, but that's not good. I think it hit their little fun cable wire thing that the kids would slide on. Of course, their grandkids are all grown up now. They don't play on it anymore. Zip line, that's what it is. Oh well. Well, anyway, so I did whatever I could in my garden to get it going. And I was listening to the interview with the permaculture garden guy, whatever. I get his channel in Deep South Homestead, trying to do a video, and I tell you, that and well, Dirt Patch Haven. I know it's Ohio, some another now, but looking at all these different gardening ideas and what to use and stuff, and that's how I've kind of done over the years as well. So, 11 years I worked in this yard on all these different ideas. I found a little bit of everything working. I don't have no garden rows, David the good, and I don't have anywhere to try and do that. Everything, all my space is taken up. Where I just did that bed with the corn, I guess I could have. Wouldn't have been much of a row. It'd have been a short thing of it. And I could see how that would work, though. But I did notice, because David, he spraces his plants or corns for, whatever plant it is, further apart for less watering needs. And he's further south where Dirt Patch Haven, I was noticing her garden bed that she had a watering video, and it was showing her corn was much closer together. Granted, our soil is really good in here, in this yard too, kind of like hers is. I remember her in Deep South Homestead doing a comparison video from north to south. There's a lot of differences. And of course, I remember them mentioning somewhere in the middle, Arkansas, Missouri. So, but that is still kind of probably considered in between. But that's why I think a little bit of everything will work here. Deep bed mulching. I tried that. I can't keep up with the mulching. I can't keep chasing down ass blunder trucks and trying to get them to dump their mulch in the yard and then try to drag it into the backyard. So they've got to dump it up front, and then I got a wheelbarrow back. And I had that big pile in our driveway for the longest time trying to move it and finding the time and the health to do it. And it's it's not that I wouldn't take more mulch. I just can't take that much. It's just probably easier. I think I'd rather deal with leaves. At least I can move leaves a little bit easier. But or grass. I got some friends that mow yards, but most people put crap in their yard, so there's that. And I don't have that much yard that I mow. It's just a very small amount. I turned everything into a permaculture survival garden with weedy pathways that nobody can figure out but me. It's true. It's true. Nobody. That's why I try to put the little carpet pathways, but it grows up over that. I need to make it the carpet wider. I was thinking about putting some cardboard because we get that Pizza Hut and Papa John's from Cat for food pantries and stuff, and coffee house, and we give it away to a lot of people. I end up with a lot of pizza boxes. So I was thinking I could put that down and then put the carpet on top of it, maybe. I don't know. But I guess that's the idea, is to experiment with all these things, what are we gonna do? You ain't got much time. That interview that the permagarden and guy in the Deep South homestead, he asks him what he should do and what anyone should do, and he mentioned going out and marking some plants and try to find out what grows in your area and bring them back and put them in the yard. And I remember that's how I started. That's what I did to begin with. Going out in the woods and just finding stuff. That's how I got the mayapple, wild ginger, elderberry. And then I got other stuff from just other people. The black raspberries and raspberries and blackberries. And then you always get those deals on fruit trees. Usually it's the end of the summer. It's a little harder on the trees and stuff to get them then and put them in the ground and do all that, but they survive. Mine all did. Well, I wouldn't say everything survived. But you get them cheaper and you put them in the ground and baby them, nurture them, and then they'll grow. But granted, fruit trees and bushes, I don't know how much time we've got. We're looking at things going, butt crack sideways before this year's over. But if you do get 2 or 3 years, that'll help. I mean, a lot of people that aren't ready, but most people aren't going to just start getting ready now. You've either already started or you're just not going. You think God? Now, I don't know where that cut off. So, but I know I was just telling somebody. I know they're getting their garden going, but the best I can do, really, I wanted to help people with their gardens, but the best thing for me to do is to get my stuff growing and get stuff that maybe I can share with people. But depends on how many people are starving. How many people can we help? I don't know. I think everyone seems to have the same percentage. Compared, I was like that. So during the Great Depression, 39 or whatever, 1939. you had 90% of the people were growing their own foods. And grocery stores were really just barely existing. They were talking about Piggly Wiggly. And so when everything crashed, people already kind of knew how to grow and preserve food. So you had, 90% of the people were in suburbs and countrysides. 10% were in the city, where it's the complete opposite now. 90% are in the city. 10% of people are in the country or even suburbs, but the percentage of people that are growing their own food, even of that, you're getting closer to only 1% that can even be self-sustaining. I don't know. I doubt I can be self-sustaining for very long. But there's that. So how bad will it be? Could be pretty ugly. Hey. So, so I cleaned up some space on my phone. I couldn't finish recording, so kind of lost where I was due to running out of storage. So who knows where I was and where I was talking. But anyway, I was trying to tell David the good. He got me onto this machete thing for the perfect garden tool, and I think I like the idea. It's either this or that other one. And this one, of course, you've got the where you can hook stuff and harvest stuff a little bit better. I'm not so sure if this one, I haven't got the, I'm going to try today because I got to move my amaranth. But this one, it worked for when I was digging up the corn and moving it around. Problem with this one is my handle. I forget what happened to it, and I had to fix it. I had to fix and then adjust and then fix and then adjust until I got it to where I could use it. But this is actually a little heavier, to tell you the truth, than that one. I kind of like the lightness, but this handle's bigger and got the hook on it. So I'm gonna try it out today. See, I can go over here and show you what I need to do. So they're all amaranth. There's some okra and some poppies I think I planted in there. I don't know if that many poppies came up. I think that's lamb's quarter. I'm getting confused with it. But I'm going to have to go through there and thin out and move things around and organize it. So finally got all this rain to stop, so that's why I'm out here trying to do this. I'm going to do me a little tour is what I should do. After all my complaining. David Good not liking my raised beds. I got a load of everything. I just can't do his garden rows because I don't have anywhere to do it. I could have done it here. I could have got maybe a couple rows in that. Or went crosswise and short rows. You know. Short rows. But I didn't. I did it like this. It is what it is. But as you can see, there's corn. I went in between. I think he probably was putting a little more spacing in his stuff. We're a dirt patch haven. She had her stuff probably growing a little bit closer than what I've done. But tough to say. once this grows up a little more, it might look a little closer like hers did. But I think I spaced it a little more than she did. But I'm just going with what I felt right for me anyway. So this stuff that I planted all around here, I see a bunch of stuff. Cilantro and radishes, kales, and probably turnips or rutabagas. I'm not sure what's what. So I just kind of threw the seeds everywhere. I want to bend down, but this might hurt me. My knee aren't working very well. I can see right here one of the white icicle radishes. Thing is I'm not so sure I want to pick it. I'm not so sure how many I have growing around that can go to seed for me. Because I like the white one. The icicle ones. I like them. The peas have been done pretty good, but I'm guessing the beans are coming in now and they're going to take over. You know, especially once it gets a little more hot next couple of weeks or so. But I will find out. There's still little bits of lettuces here and there. I'm so happy to have my nasturtium growing, even though that's all I got is that little bit. This spinach has been wonderful. Here. Mom and I have been eating off this spinach now for a while, and it's just fabulous. Of course, this is not my friend. This is not my friend. I don't really need the lamb's quarter in there, but it's in there. Oh, look at this. I'm trying to film, but that's what happens. You start filming, then you see stuff, and you got to fix it. But, and I think that's the peonies. I'm pretty sure. There's some marigold. And I transplanted some of these sunflowers. This one is probably the least successful, but it's still alive. Because I transplanted that one and that one, and there's some over there too that I transplanted. This looks like a big sunflower anyway. I don't think this is part of the wilderness sunflowers. So, and then there's corn mixed in here too. I'm not sure it all is corn, but the corn I transplanted seems to be doing good. Here's another good sunflower I transplanted, doing good. A little one there. I planted that tomato, but that one is a volunteer. So who knows what kind of tomato that's going to be down there. These beans, they're growing in the place. There's tomatoes down there. Stuff everywhere. Look at these beans growing up here. Man, they're gonna grow all up in that sucker. Now here's the redbud pods. You know, when they're younger, you can eat them. I still find them a little bit dry and bitter. But this needs to be dealt with. So the corn looks like it's going in here. Still, there's corn mix. This is just kind of a hodgepodge mix of stuff, but it's got the corn in there, and it's got obviously lamb's quarter and some of the beefsteak purple basils. And that is kind of just wonderful that that's all growing in there. Everything's filled up with water. I got some mosquito tablets I'm going to put in there. There'll be beans growing in there somewhere. I don't know what I've done down here. So much going on in my garden. It's like all the way past one of my oreganos. This is the hot, I don't know if you can say hot and spicy. And this is the back of a toilet thing. I'm not so sure if this is going to work for me today. I'm realizing I can't bend my knees. I have different stuff planted in there. Who knows? I don't even know what I planted everywhere. It's kind of like I know what I've got growing in some areas. In some areas I don't. These blackberries just keep coming out. I'm gonna have to put something in here to keep it from falling. I don't want it falling down here in my path. I just want it growing up out of the corner here. I can see blackberries, blackberry flowers. I really don't have as many blackberries as I do the black raspberries. The black raspberries, I'm gonna have so many of those. I mean, this is just a tiny spot, and you see them everywhere. I got them in here, I got them over there, I got them down over there. On the other side of here, there's a bunch more. I like though that I see grapes on everything too. So let's see, because I don't know what grape this is. You can see it. Gotta watch my step. See the little grapes. I got grapes everywhere. Elderberries are coming in, so that's cool. A little bit of everything. Little tub of radishes just kind of grew up like crazy. It's made in, I don't know if it's like a beefsteak basil. Where's that? Oh, here it is. I think there's a cucumber in there. What the heck is that? Oh, that's that weird mushroom thing. Here, I thought these were. Yeah, I think that's the mushroom thing is what I thought it was, but it's looking really weird. I almost don't want to poke it. I just left it there to see what it becomes. Look at my green forest garden. Lusciousness everywhere. You know these Hosta grapes. I've had the berries on them before, Hosta berries. There's none this year though. Not on. Well, that's a black currant over there. But this Hosta and the one over there, neither one of them had berries on them. But it did kind of die back a little bit. There's what is that? Broccoli or cauliflower. And then all this strange parsley stuff that I had, I need to pluck out some of these seeds. Look at my red vein sorrel. This one's going to seed. So yeah, a little bit of everything, but I want to save some of them seeds because if that really was like a parsley wild carrot, cow parsley crossbreeding, cross-pollinating, new fandangled Uncle Mikey. What was it? I was thinking of calling it kapow parsley. As in parsley, cow parsley, carrot, something, kapow. The Dame's Rocket. That purdy. Ain't that purdy? The other ones, there are more Dame's Rocket, but there's the little ones over there. No, I thought it was a one-time deal, but maybe it's a biennial plant. I don't know. I'm not sure. I forget. And I got the little veggies growing in here. I see that kohlrabi growing. Getting bigger. And see, and here's more of the black raspberries. At least I think it's not the regular raspberry. I think it's the black raspberry. My little hostas. They seem to be doing alright in here. Even the ones that were kind of, I jacked them up and just stuck the leaves in the ground, seem to be growing. This one's got flower on it. And a lot of ants. The ants must like that. Now, I know I had, this is a mix of stuff in here, but, ooh, the ground is soft. There's kale. And I put those, well, there's one. Now, whether I forget now whether it's squashes, pumpkins, or melons, or who knows what, a cantaloupe. I don't know what I put there. A little bit of everything. Here's the mulberries. So see, I have a lot of mulberries. This mulberry tree, this is the one that supposedly and they're way up. I see them everywhere. Maybe me cutting on this tree helped it. I think it did. I mean, it's all over in there too. That's one my grandfather planted. The way my mom tells the story. And take my path down here. This is now this is the regular raspberries. And it's all in here. So there'll be a lot of regular raspberries. These the elderberries. See, I cut that so that the light could come in. But this branch was way back in here, and it kind of, when I cleared all this out, it decided to fall down. So my whole trying to bring light into this area failed, because I could cut that more, but I don't think I want to. Look at all those mulberries on there. I still need to cut some of this though. But if I cut that, will it fall down even further? See, what do you do? Well, you go back in here. I've tried to make this path with the carpet, but it's growing over it. I even planted the melons back here, which I don't expect it to grow. There's not a lot of sunlight, but look at that Japanese knotweed. It's growing like crazy. Here, I'll show you the garlic, wild mustard garlic mustard, whichever way you say. There you go. There. That would be it. Mustard garlic. So I do want to do more back in here, but like I said, see, there's not a lot of sunlight that gets through. It wouldn't bother me to trim some of these trees down more, but that's a lot of work. Maybe one day I'll get to it, but that's if we have that much time. Here. See, mulberries all up in here. Got them up in here. I like them where I can reach them. That's why I almost don't want to. I don't want to cut these anymore, because I can pick all these. Look at this elderberry trying to get me. I'm in the jungle. I'm in the jungle. And then they strew some artichokes in here. I'm trying to get choked out by this honeysuckle, but I'll probably cut that honeysuckle back. Here we go. Wait. Let's go down in here. Oh, that's the onion, but here's my gooseberries. Can you see them? There you go. Gooseberries. There's more red vein sorrel that I have. And then, squash, whatever I'm growing. I think they're They were random and I didn't know what they necessarily were. This one big one here though, it still hadn't grown any further. I don't even know what it is. I think it might be a watermelon. In that case, it may not grow all that well anyway. There might not be enough time for it. All these peppers. And here's my 3 or 4 or 5 sisters experiment. See, that corn's growing good. That's the sweet corn area. This is sweet corn. The other is a popcorn. I got the squash. And there are some beans in there somewhere. You got some cayenne peppers already. This, I see more elderberry. Just a little bit of everything, man. I see some blanks, but that's all right, cause unless there are grapes on it. This one usually produces quite a few grapes, so. Sweet marjoram. See, I even planted beans down here and let the beans grow. This is more blackberry in here. So I do have 3 patches of blackberry, I think. Had to save my banana mint. It was it got lost in this Jerusalem artichokes here. Yeah, there's grapes. Grapes. And then this vine here, trying to take me out. Now this is the other thing though. I don't know if it's a type of possum grape or a that moon thing. I forget how it goes. The moon thing is it's a seed that looks like a moon, crescent moon, and it's not. You're not supposed to eat that one, but whatever. The tomatoes and I think my squash. I'm gonna have to. I gotta get in here. Well, I gotta do gardening. I need to do some gardening. Ginger mint down there. These other squashes. My holy basil. And then the sweet woodruff. Something's gotten into it. I think something's tried to eat it. Oh boy. I don't like that. Tomatillos. They're growing. I had all the tomatillos I had. Got 3 to survive, and all 3 are right there in the same thing. See, here's the other little hosta. I don't know what's wrong with them. Whatever. Here's my Cherokee purple, my favorite tomatoes. And whatever cucumber this is growing like, it's the best growing cucumber in the bunch. Whatever it is, that I don't know. These potatoes, they've done better. Those cucumbers are growing, they're just moving slow, but maybe it's just because it's not hot. It's not hot enough for it. There's my Count Dracula pepper. Tomatoes, peppers, and this is more raspberries growing in here. Oh, valerian. The valerian flowers. I see the bees and the wasps on it. So that's fun. My kiwi, both of them have grown really well, but I don't know that I'd ever get any kiwis on it. There's the bumblebees. These blueberries don't look like they made it, but the plant's still alive. Just stuff everywhere. It's over there, my rhubarb. It grew up real well. I got my acorn squashes and my yellow squash, crooked neck squashes, lemon cucumbers. They should be growing on that trellis apparatus, whatever. And then I think that's Armenian cucumbers in there that will grow up on this stuff. If I did that right, I don't know. I don't know what I did. These beets I planted down here, they should have created something by now. I don't know why the beets didn't. I don't know what that is. Probably zinnias, maybe? I don't know. Some kind of flower I planted. And I made the mistake of accidentally planting some sweet peas. I see there's one here, and I know there's one over there. So I had to mark them. Make sure I don't accidentally eat them. See? Look at my raised bed. My little salad bar raised bed. David the Good, how dare you? Of course, it's mixed in this pathway of crazy madness. It's got lemon balm in it. It's not all salad. It's just whatever's going in there. Cilantro, tomatoes, kales, mustard, and Swiss chard, arugula, blah blah blah, blah blah blah. And then I have my pears and my peaches. They're growing pretty good. They're growing nicely. Best I can show you is, let's see. They're there. Same with the peaches. Peaches. They're growing. So, there you go. See, I put the sweet pea here. I put these black ties around it. I don't think, if you accidentally eat it, I don't think it would. Hopefully a little bit don't make you too sick. But hopefully I just don't make that mistake. Hard to sit back here. I close my eyes, start seeing so many things I gotta do, and I can't keep up on all of it. And the main thing I need to do is move that amaranth. But I also need to fix that in the front yard. Make sure the city ever comes by, they see that we're doing stuff, or don't have any excuses to bug us. Mosquitoes, I gotta get them. Well, I guess all this rain should expect mosquitoes. Anyway, there you go. I don't know what else to say right now. Just doing that, showing that, and call it a good day. I gotta do something with this fennel. My fennel, it's growing pretty good. I guess it likes that spot right in front of the tarragon. The comfrey's falling down. I'm gonna have to take that and give it to the birds, or put it in the compost. I was gonna pick rose petals and what else was I gonna do? Mints or something. I got my dehydrator going, so I put the herbs usually in the paper bags, but I didn't know if I would do that with the flowers. But I could put them on a low setting in the dehydrator maybe. I don't know. Let's see this little pocket down here. Got a lot of stuff growing. Just letting it do whatever. It don't matter to me. Not everything does. The horseradish doing really good. This little pocket growing a lot of stuff in it. I mean, it's really nice. It's really growing and stuff from a patch of just blank dirt. So that's pretty good. I'm happy. These peas, they're really going to town here. Ooh, peas. I see peas. More pods. So, I mean, a lot of stuff. All these potatoes, they're still growing. Some of it's falling over though, so I don't think it's quite ready. But they're different types of potatoes, so I'm not sure. Some of them might be ready, some of them not. But I'm not ready, so I'm gonna have to sit there for a little while longer. Now the only thing I do like my sumac, but I feel like I'm getting way too many of these sumac trees are now popping up. Here, over there. I have to control those a little bit, I'm afraid. Now, the grapevine is climbing this nicely. I think the cucumber is too, but the cucumber's getting lost in the... I think it's getting lost in the sunflowers, but that's alright too. As long as it's climbing. Here, I know this is a long video, but I'll go in here and show you the greenhouse. Yeah, insanely growing greenhouse. Uh-oh. Here's the aphids. Wait a minute. Aphids. Yikes. Wow. A weird looking wasp thing flying over there. So I don't really mind that necessarily because that's the sunflower thing. So the aphids growing that is quite alright. There we go, that's what I'm looking for right there, buddy. Why am I... Purslane. Right in my head. These grapevines, I might have to clean them up a little bit. But see, these grapes are getting bigger quicker, which is good. I'm glad to see they're even in here because I was afraid I wasn't getting enough bug traffic. There you go. My Malabar spinach. So the idea is to get it to grow up in this greenhouse. Come winter, it would last longer in here. The tomatoes, peppers and stuff. Everything seems to be doing okay in here. I've got to get that rope tied onto that, get it growing up right. Here, even the toothache plant. Yeah, that cactus is finally doing better in here too. I had a bunch of it. That's the only thing left. I think the chickens and the ducks is what destroyed it mostly. And this tomato here is growing good. I'm gonna bring it through here. Yeah, growing like that. Maybe. Yeah, still let it go. Wow, these grapes are growing. Wow, look at these grapes. Look at those suckers. They're coming along pretty quick. But it's hotter in here. So, there's that. Whew, it is hot and humid in here. Ain't no doubt about that. Well, it's 108. 108. According to that, I suppose it's right. You know, hold on. Now, these all had seeds in them. I know I spilt this tray when I had it inside and messed it up, but I'm thinking those are purslane, so I left them. But nothing. And nothing in that anise. Who's anise? Lovage. These were old seeds. So I thought, well, maybe they just take more time, but nothing still came out of it. Peony's down there. Whew, I gotta get out of this. There you go. See, I got a little bit of, still got some of them sunflowers gotta be plucked. Got a lot of amaranth, and then them sunflowers growing in the middle. And then just call it lovely. That's it. I've seen a handful of ladybugs here and there hiding in the leaves from the rain. Gotta love that. The yucca seems to be growing right there. Anyway, that's enough. That's enough. I know there's a lot more going on, but I had to trim some more of this down, some of the elm. That's what this pile of branches and leaves over there. Let in the sunlight. So there you go. Sharp. I figure, see, this edge is flat, so you can still whack with it. I've seen them. There's some people that get on there and they use it as a hammer a little bit. Kind of. With a tough hammer. Anyway, there you go. This is probably really long already, so. And I do still have stuff growing over here. Whatever that is. Nice. No, alyssum. Alyssum's in front of the fence. There's a tomato over there. There's some other flowers and stuff I planted in there. I don't know if that lemon balm will make it or not, but I just kind of threw it over there since I accidentally pulled it out of the ground anyway. Now the alyssum over here, up in that area, whatever it is, that looks like it's growing just fine. So I should have alyssum regardless. And some other stuff too. We just have to wait and see what grows. What a fun year. As far as growing, it's not a fun year other than the world is not fun. But I'm sitting here looking at this yard and I'm putting more time in than I have in the past. Except for in the beginning, I put a lot of time. But this is this gives encouragement to the soul to see food growing. You know what I mean. So, check you later. Get out and do something or another. I gotta get them moving. You sit too long, these mosquitoes start popping up on you. So, there you go. Check you later. Oh, yeah, I made a video. I know I said I was going to stop, but I don't know. That rebellious nature in me maybe would drive me to fight. I don't know. It's ridiculous. Anyway, check you later.